We're in the third week of March, and you're probably looking at your month thinking, how do I get one more listing or one more sale? I'm going to give you a 4-point plan to work the leads in front of you next that I guarantee will create one more opportunity before March 31st. If you get some value out of this or you like what you hear, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and if you want to schedule a call with our team about how we can give you these kind of plans on a regular basis so you know exactly what to do, you can do that with the link in the comments. We all want more listings. It's March 19th when this video is coming out. That gives you 12 days before the end of the month. And the question is, do you think you can get a new listing over the next 12 days? This should be your plan every month of the year, not just in the middle of March or some arbitrary date. So I'm going to give you a 4-point plan that will keep your listing generation wheel turning constantly if you engage in these actions on a regular basis. Point number 1, call 25 people in your center of influence, in your sphere of influence on a weekly basis. That means you're calling 5 of them a day, just 5. This script and this tactic never gets old, and in fact, you have to do it consistently to actually see any results, because when you're calling these people, you want to call them when you're giving them some sort of emotional value, right? You don't want to just call them like you're trolling for business. So are you calling them on their birthdays? Are you calling them on their anniversary? Are you meaning the day that they bought or sold their house? Are you calling them with something of value? Hey, did you see what your neighbor's home sold for? This needs to be a constant thing. And it's a daily action you should never stop. Literally, this should be part of your day as long as you're selling real estate. 5 a day, 25 a week, using the Ford script. Hey, how's your family doing? How are the kids? How's the work environment been? Hey, are you doing anything fun for March Madness coming up? Do you got any spring break plans happening? Those questions, I never get into dreams. That's too weird. We got family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. That's what Ford means. Those questions, when talking to people you've done business with, is a genuine way to connect with them. And if you're calling them on a significant day, like their birthday or the anniversary of the day they bought or sold a home, well, you're delivering immense emotional value and showing them you care about them, not just caring about selling another home. So that's point number 1. 5 people in your SOI or sphere a day, 25 a week. That should never change. Then all of a sudden, when you're making these calls consistently, you're going to have these people say, oh, I can't believe you called me today. I was just thinking about making a move, or my mom needs to make a move, or something like that. You've got to do it every day to see the results. So that's number 1. That's probably the simplest one on this list. Number 2, look at all the people you met with over the past 6 months, or all the people you met with over the past 12 months that did not transact, because a lot of agents, if the meeting doesn't go well or they're not ready to transact right away, they move on to the next one. That is a bad business practice. I see people do this all the time. When you take on a challenge and work with a client and really try to help them, good things happen. A lot of agents are looking for easy business, and that's going to be a tall order because putting deals together is tough. Look at all the people you met over the past 6 or 12 months, right? They had some sort of intent. They met with you. They spent time out of their day. They set an appointment. That shows intent. I'd be calling all of those folks back with a simple OFQ. And with the intention of getting a listing, the OFQ could be as easy as this. Hey, John, it's Tom Toole with RE/MAX. I know it's been a while, and not sure if you saw, rates came down below 7%, and wanted to see how that might impact your real estate plans over the next 12 months. So after the OFQ, you pivot to, hey, with rates coming down, we've seen demand pick up, and we've seen some really incredible sale prices. Tell me a little bit more about what you're thinking. I know when we last spoke, you were looking to do X, Y, and Z. Is that something that you're still considering right now? And then stop talking. The people that already met with you, well, they had some intent, and your follow-up probably sucked, and you didn't follow up with them enough or didn't stay in communication with them enough. So as a result, you want to go to those folks and try to re-engage them with some sort of value. And that below 7% OFQ is one of the easiest OFQs that are out there right now. So that could be 20 people. It could be 100 people. This is just for something to do over the next 12 days. So all the people you met with over the last 6 to 12 months, make sure they get a phone call with an OFQ. Number 3, send an email that is engaging to your entire database. So here are some options of how you can do these things. We saw mortgage applications spike. Send an email out about that. You can go to any of these websites that are out there. Nowbam.com, Housing Wire. The list goes on. Get a chart about inventory growing and create an email about inventory growing. That inventory is up 28% compared to this time last year nationally. And throw a couple stats in and ask them, hey, how would that impact your real estate plans? Make sure the email's engaging. The email could be something about, like I said, mortgage applications trending up. Talking about how the Fed, whatever the Fed decides to do at this next meeting, you could send an email out about that. It's no different than an OFQ. You could even send out rate quotes. Hey, did you see rates drop below 7%? How would that impact your real estate plan? Send it to your entire database, right? Whatever the email is. Make it short, make it engaging. There's lots of companies out there. Our friends at BAM do this every single week. They call it BAM in a box, and they got an email you can send to your entire database. That's just one resource. And there's many of them out there. Or you can create your own. Use some sort of market data that's meant to get a response. Remember, emails are going to get reactions, not conversations. Send out that email, and when you send that email out to your entire database, then go back into your CRM. If you're a follow-up boss user like I am, you can see all the people that opened the email. Then you call the people that opened all the emails and have a conversation with them using the same OFQ I just shared with you. Then when you're calling them, you're seeing who was interested enough to open the email, and you're calling those folks and you're having a conversation with them to see if any of them are ready to make a real estate decision or list their home, right? So what we're doing is we're giving value, and then we're following up here. We've got a sphere point to this plan. We've got people that met with you that you have some sort of face-to-face relationship with. And you've got an email to your database that's going to be engaging using a lot of the resources that are already out there. And point number 4, develop a text. The text you could send is, I know that making a move is probably not a priority right now, but should I keep you in the loop with any new sales activity in your neighborhood or any new offerings coming to the market? You want to just talk about new activity, new data, new information. You can craft the text however you want. Then you take that text and you send it to all the people you call that you don't connect with. And if you do that, you got 25 sphere clients, right? You're going to call a week. You've got all the people you met with. You call all of them, give them an OFQ. You email your entire database, then you call through the database using the same OFQ, and then you send a text to the people that you don't talk to. Well, there's no way, if you have that kind of activity, that you can't generate at least one listing or one sale from your database over the next 12 days.